All right, we continue to follow the breaking news of former President Trump's court appearance today in Miami. Trump pleading not guilty to all 37 counts that he's facing.
Joining us now to talk about this unprecedented criminal case against a former president here is criminal defense attorney Jim Bergenn. Jim, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, so how serious is this case? Is the former president going to be ending up in jail? How serious are these charges that he's facing?
The charges are very serious. They are loaded with facts, and they are very strong facts. So if the trial gets there and he is tried based on what is already contained in the indictment, which is actual evidence, I mean, that's not what evidence is. You've got to bring it up at trial, but they're showing you what's going to happen. He's going to lose. Now, the question, what does that mean? That's for somebody else.
You know, there's a lot of politicization around this, and people kind of take sides. When you're looking at why these charges were brought by the Justice Department, is there concern around that?
Not to a lawyer, not to a judge, not to anybody who's experiencing these things. Here's how simple it is. You've got laws, they're passed. And if you find evidence that somebody violated the laws, you pursue it. That's how simple this is. They pursued the facts, they got the facts add up to violating those laws. That's it. Now, if we don't want to have a nation of laws, okay, then everybody's opinion matters. And everybody's opinion does matter, but not for how this case gets tried. One small group of people, the jurors, commit themselves to set aside their own opinions and just decide what the facts are. If unanimously, beyond a reasonable doubt, there are facts that plug into that statute, that's it. It's not that complicated.
So what are the next steps here? The president showed up in federal court in Miami, presumably got fingerprinted today, no photograph, hopped on his plane, went back up to New Jersey. How long does he wait around for? What happens next?
Well, every case is different there. We do have a right to a speedy trial, but most times in a case like this, when literally he just read the indictment, his lawyers just read it. The other side, the government, they've been studying these facts for a couple years, so they know everything, but the defense doesn't. So they're going to have some time, and obviously their play here is to stretch it out as long as they can, and the courts are supposed to move things along. So that's going to be the dynamic worth watching.
How complicated is it because he's running for office? At some point, I mean, he said and vowed that he will continue on and that these charges aren't going to stop him.
It's not complicated at all for what this trial is. The only thing that makes it complicated is, wait a minute, we're a nation of laws, and this is what we're doing, and he's just saying, I don't care what the law is, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's complicated because we've never had anybody do that.
But if he's facing charges, he can still obviously run.
Yeah, he can actually be the president in jail. He can be the president.
So if he got convicted of those charges, he could still be running the nation?
Yes, he could.
Okay, that's like another hour of questions.
Sorry.
Here's your question. So
it's never happened before, but yes, right. There's no reason that he couldn't.
Never happening. Let's say Donald Trump is your client right now.
Yes.
And there's so many interviews and experts who talk about what has he done wrong. What would be some of the sticking points that you've read in this indictment that you would hold fast to and say, if you're my client, this is what we're going to really nail down?
This is actually very easy because I have a lot of clients who want to do what they want to do. I just advise him what the consequences are. What I would tell him unequivocally, we go to trial, you're going to lose. Now, you can go to trial, you can still fight it, you can see what happens, and we can see, I'm not in your little group that decides politics. But when you get tried on this, I would tell him, you're going to go down.
Because of the audio recordings, that was kind of...
Yeah, and the pictures, everything.
So you're saying he has no defense?
I have not seen any evidence yet that could establish reasonable doubt. Of course, there's a lot more to be seen, but the stuff that they put up there, these are pictures of people moving boxes, and then you have him talking to his lawyers and having the lawyers to go look at where the boxes are supposed to be. Oh, there's no boxes here. It's comical, actually. That's how simple it is. They've done it. Now, it's not simple because of all the politics, but the law is very simple.
All right.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
We'll have you back.
Yep. Jim Bergenn, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thank you.